All right, and she's over here finding stuff. Look, we got the Great Bambino, the Sultan of SWAT, Babe Ruth. Oh, Bears Roar. Little Chicago Tribune sign. Hold on to that. And then we got another, oh, I'm sorry, another Yankee. Who is this? Who is that? Kind of looks like Mickey Mantle. I think it's Mickey Mantle. All right, this box has gotten a little bit wet at some point, but that's what's in there. Malibu low voltage landscape lights, tons of extension cords, heavy duty extension cords. There's a whole black garbage bag that's full of them. And then when we get into a lot of the boxes, some of the boxes aren't what that says it is. Like that is all tape, electrical tape and stuff. And then you got this box here, which was a battery, like for an ATV or something. It's full of tools. Look at all these screwdrivers. These are all the nut drivers. Tons of tools in this unit when it's all said and done. All right, cassette tapes. If there's some good stuff in here, these can be worth money. I've done good recently when I've had some decent ones. So, but let's see what we got. Ooh, the best of ZZ Top, Doobie Brothers. Oh, there is some good ones in here. Okay. Ultimate Rock Collection. Some of them are just rockin' 70s or little homemade ones, but we do have some good ones. Oh yeah, Allman Brothers, Dio, The Last Line, the Beach Boys. There's a homemade mixtape. I don't know, there might be people that want to listen to the mixtapes if it's got good stuff on them. Bad Company, Steve Miller Band. This is a really good set of cassette tapes. See, that's got Aerosmith, ZZ Top, Leonard Skinner, Freebirds on this one here. So that's got some good ones. REO Speedwagon. Oh yeah, definitely some good ones here. Eric Clapton. Bachman Turner Overdrive. REO Speedwagon, okay. It's a good little box. VHS's, I mean not VHS's, cassette tapes, okay. All right, we got the fishing tackle box. A lot of empty space, a few odds and ends in it. Right here, we gotta see if this is in here. Light Special Mark III Shimano reel. Oh, it is. Looks like it's in pretty good shape too. And then down in here, just lots of tackle. We got the, I think I might have opened this up and showed it. I don't remember now though, but fillet knife there, bobbers, fish scaler. All right, we got the box that says t-shirts here, and I think it's gonna have some vintage 90s Chicago Bulls and stuff like that. Look at this. This is a tank top. But look here. NBA Finals 98, 6-time NBA champions. That's a cool little vintage shirt there. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got a World Series. This is a little bit newer. This is 2005 World Series champion. White Sox. A dirty white t-shirt. I like that. I think this is another 1998. Yep, Chicago Bulls championship shirt. And a dirty gray t-shirt. It's got the cut sleeves and the cut neck. Here, you want that in? You can work in that.
Oh, yes.
Now this one's a little bit rough. Look at that thing. They cut the sleeves off that. That's another. This one's from '96. Chicago Bulls. That's vintage right there. On a t-shirt, but that rugby style shirt. Poly 1. Okay. Up here's another Bulls one. 1992. Famous Star Trek. I don't know what that is. Chicago Blackhawks. Any more vintage tees up? We got a Chicago Bears Super Bowl. Oh, is this from the 80s? Yep, 1986. It feels like it too. Feel the way it's made.
Yeah.
They make them like that now, but this is an original one.
Yeah, I like that.
January 22nd, 1986. We got the Chicago Bulls t-shirt, sleeves cut off. So some cool Chicago vintage t-shirts here. Stone Mountain Park. Old Chicago Bears sweatpants. Is there anything else? These are just like plain t-shirts, plain t-shirts.
USA.
This is I think this is an old one. United States Air Force. All right, so a few good ones in there. All right, yeah, that can go up to, that's auction. That set of wrenches in the auction. Look at this Craftsman knife I just found. This thing's pretty nice. And then a couple little multi-tools. I think that's, oh, this one's actually missing a whole section of it, but Craftsman's nice anyways. Let me see what is in here. Tool, it is, oh no, it's horseshoes. It's a whole horseshoe set. I thought it was some kind of a tool in there. And this one says kitchen. Is it kitchen? Oh, baseball cards. Oh, I think I did peek in this one when we were loading up. But we've got, okay, they got Sports Illustrated in here. I think down in here though, there were some cards. This one says football, but no, that's baseball cards. We got some kind of an upper deck. But then we do have pro set football. Oh, we got some kind of holographic baseball. Donruss Diamond Kings. More pro set football, okay. And we've got, what are these, hot rod magazines? A bunch of hot rod magazines. Beckett publication, so we've seen some of these before and it actually had the Beckett's in here, so let's see. Yep, it's a Beckett collection. This is from May 1990 and so on, 1991. Got Ricky Henderson there. Alright, so lots of hot rod magazines is what's left in there. And there's lots of boxes like this, like what Billy's got here with just tools and stuff. Oh, it's got little grinding wheels, pry bar, all that kind of stuff in there. Saws, tons and tons of tools. Is that a rubber mountain? It's got a little, it's a baby rattle.
That's what it sounds like.
Alright, lots of toolboxes, full sledgehammer. We got clamps, huge clamp here. And then over here, this is all saws, like hacksaws and stuff. Hacksaws, little sheetrock saw. And then another toolbox, drill bits. That one says hammer, so just toolbox after toolbox. Full of tools, but they got them like grouped together for the most part. Bulldog impact drill there. Pop rivet guns. Yep, that's what's in there. Like I said, just tools everywhere. Tools. And this has Wagner sprayer, and as you can see, pretty, very, very clean. All the parts are here. And what is this? This is a paint storage and touch-up kit. So is this an accessory to the paint sprayer? No, I think it's its own thing. All right, another toolbox. That's road flares right there. right, this says summer shorts. There's the box up there that says summer thongs, but it was not thongs. All right, so the summer shorts, it's very heavy. I don't think it's summer shorts. Oh no, this was baseball cards. Okay, or Beckett's. They like to keep their Beckett's. Yeah, here we go, Beckett's. Yeah, Beckett's. These more Beckett's. Sports Illustrated. They like to keep them too. That's a cool one right there. And more. Yep, Sports Illustrated. Okay. I'd rather have cards, but they like to collect the Sports Illustrated. Those are Beckett's. Oh, football Beckett. And I think that's more Beckett's. That's what it says right there. Anyways, Computer Associates. Oh, Beckett, 1994. And I don't even know if those are worth anything at all as far as collecting them. I guess this is more. Yep. Oh, there's Nolan Ryan. And then we got other that's a Bulls magazine, other baseball magazine, Baseball Monthly. Beckett tribute Shaquille O'Neal. Alright, we got the sports memorabilia box, it says. Don't remember if I showed any of this when we were in the unit or not. I kind of looked at the stuff on the top, but we got a Georgia National Championship pennant. We got a Braves, just a World Series. Not sure. I can't see the whole. I can only see Braves there. I can't see much of the rest of it. Maybe keepers. We got Chicago Cubs 2016 World Series pennant. And right here we got something Frank Thomas, I think. Yep, Frank Thomas, the big stick. Alright. Limited edition, only 12,000 produced, museum quality. So that's kind of cool there. Little Frank Thomas collectible. Got a White Sox, I guess a coaster. Then we got a White Sox World's American League Champion baseball. With another baseball. These are gonna all be White Sox. I think White Sox World Series ball. Oh, we got a Chicago Bears Super Bowl beer stein here, 1986. Chicago and the Patriots. Man cave rules. My cave, my rules, it says. Lighted beer mug. Okay. Alright, we got, I guess, a brand new Illinois plate. It's in the plastic, and then we got a Georgia plate here. Moving along, here's another stein. Is this the same one? Nope, it's a different Chicago Bears stein. 2001 Chicago White Sox plastic stein. As you can see, the theme here is Chicago White Sox baseball. These are all Chicago White Sox probably. This is what is this one? Oh, this is a Wrigley Field opening day baseball stadiums ball. It's kind of neat. An ornament. Oh, yep, a White Sox ornament. So it's kind of weird how they're like a White Sox fan and Cubs fan, I guess. All right. We got a Mike Singletary card here. Is this Singletary or Peyton? We got Walter Payton card. There's Walter Payton there. Little black book. We got the little black book. That's gonna be fun. Dennis McKinnon. Looks like it's autographed card here. And another Walter Payton card. something big down in there. Let's see. We got this first though. We got a World Series little collectible coin. All right, I don't know if that was the people there I just showed or not, but it's not a recent picture. So, all right, we got a huge Stein here. Whoa, look at this thing. It's got like a king and a sword here on it. So some kind of huge German Stein. Alright, that's kind of neat. So nothing related to Chicago on this last item here, just a big old Stein. More Chicago stuff. Chicago White Sox World Champions. Sports Illustrated little hardback here. Then we got Chicago Blackhawks 2000 Stanley Cup plaque, and then a 2015 Stanley Cup plaque. I think we showed these, but whole set of 91 Upper Deck baseball cards. And then also in that box, they have this huge, it's like 4 or 5 inches thick, baseball encyclopedia here. Statistics for every player since 1876. That's not current, that's like from the 90s, so but from 1876 to like 1990 something. And then here, this said baseball cards, but this is DVDs, I think. Some are definitely not marked correctly. What is this? Starvin' Marvin, fill her up, and then some DVDs in there. And the tools just keep on coming. Here's another little small Wagner sprayer. Let's see what this says. Oh, this says chess set. So I wonder if this is the pieces that go with it. We found a really nice marble board. Chessboard. Oh, this is it. Yeah, these are marble pieces. Okay, I'm glad I found these. Now we can put those with the board. I mean, the board was nice enough to sell on its own, so we were going to do that. I figured since the pieces weren't with it, that might not be in here, but more DVDs. This crate's pretty cool right here. Look, Snyder Dairy Company, Wausau, Wisconsin. We actually got 2 of them. There's another one right there. 2 of these crates. It's got just a little bit different design to it, different feel to it than most of them have. Like that one. Right, look, more tools. A lot of these bags that look like it might be like a DeWalt power tool, but then you open it up and it's just all kinds of tools. There's the chalk. You got chisels and the tape measure. This is one of the few like mixed bags right here. Most of the stuff you look at, it's all kind of one category of tools. Got the Pepsi. We got a couple of these Pepsi crates that I'm using, but we can sell the crates too. And then they've got their fall, winter shirts, hats, gloves, winter socks, and then they spell, when they said socks, they spelled it, like the White Sox, spell it S-O-X. See what kind of hats we got here. We got a Drivers Delivering America. Got a nice, clean, very nice White Sox hat here. We get the vintage Chicago Bulls. It's got a little wear to it, but definitely has that vintage look to it. There's a back-to-back 91-92 World Champion Chicago Bulls hat. That's nice. Then we got, for some reason, a California Angels 2002 American League Champion hat. Chicago Bears. Look at this one. That one's neat. Super Bowl. So that's from 1986. Look at the inside here. Definitely vintage on this. Got a little sweat stains, sweat marks going on there. Virtue cider. So some kind of cider. That's a nice hat, denim hat, but I don't know what Virtue cider is. Maybe it's really popular. I don't know. Get the vintage Bears toboggan there. Oh, a nice Bears hat here. Look at that thing. They paid $7.99 for it. You can't get a hat, any kind of decent hat for that anymore. You go buy hats, they're at least $20. Most of them are like 30 to 40 bucks now. It's kind of crazy. But these, I think you put these on your shoes to give you grip, like, you know, on like snow or ice. So what that is. Then we got all these nice insulated socks that I guess they were wearing in Chicago. Then they got a Florida hat and a Corona hat. We got some gloves. I got an old glove there. A couple military hats. What is this? Slipper. Oh, that's like a boot liner, I think. So there's another one there. So we got a little bit of cold weather stuff, and then we got some just sports team hats and stuff in there. Let's keep on looking in a couple here while I get the camera out here. Solar motion detectors and spotlights. I think that's what was in here. And I looked, these little bionic solar spotlights. These are kind of neat. As seen on TV, no batteries, no wires. But most likely, I'd be curious to see how bright that actually is, because so many of these, they act like they're going to be really bright, and then the light is just very, very dim on some of these solar items like that. But maybe that's a different story on that one. There's one that's been open. So you got 1, 2, yep, 3 of them there that look like they haven't been opened. This one looks like it's been opened, but I guess it's still there. This one feels like it's empty. And got a couple old cables here. We got an old Radio Shack stereo cable there. Finish it off. So we're still looking and digging around, finding lots of goodies. Lots of goodies, that is for sure. Tons of tools. I got to do a lot of organizing on the tools. This is a Cologuard human specimen box, so hopefully that's not what's in it. So there is some rope and some parts of a strap in here. So luckily no human specimen. I didn't think there was going to be, but hoping not. I can't wait to open this. Barry's Posters Office. Because look at this. Bulls 3-peat, Bears Super Bowl, Jordan Hang Time, you know, the famous Hang Time picture. It's all Chicago stuff, but still cool. Walter Payton, Mike Singletary, Bears locker room. But I'm gonna wait until there's somebody else here with me. Nobody else is here with me at the moment, so it's hard to open up posters. They start curling up on you and everything by yourself, so maybe wait until I get Ann to help me out. All right, this little briefcase says my pictures. Oh, we got an autographed something here. This looks like, is that the Honeymooners? I believe so. They got several autographs here. I'll have to look that up. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Oh, we got the magnifying glass, a little dust on it. And then in there, yeah, we do have pictures. Do we have something else autographed? 1963 Decennial Talent Show. Okay. Let's see what else. Pictures. It's like a lot of personal pictures. Got a picture of a blue Camaro there. What else do we have? A band playing. We got a old baseball team picture, Little League baseball team picture. Let's see what else we can find. Lots more pictures. Another old picture, school picture, 1963. Got the Bad News Bears here. No, actually, I love how those Stephen Mitchell Motors, they don't even have the team name, the sponsor, just plastered on the front of their uniforms. I remember in Little League one time we had the sponsors on ours. Now look at this. What is this right here? Is this some kind of training, military training thing? Looks like. Look at the things they got on their heads. That's a cool picture. That is a neat picture. Looks like lots of cool vintage pictures in here. Some of them not so vintage, and some of them are more vintage than others. Thought there might be more autograph stuff after that right on the top, but does not look like it. At least the first skim through here, but there very well could be once I look closer. All right. All right, yes, this is The Honeymooners, and it's autographed by Jackie Gleason, Art Carney, Ed Norton, and Audrey Meadows. All of them have autographed it here in this Honeymooners pick here. That's pretty cool. This is what is in there. Automatic oil change pump. Just open it up. It is what it says it is. Stereo headphones. This is open, but I don't remember looking at it. I don't know if Billy did or not. It's got some old headphones. These are kind of cool, vintage headphones. Oh yeah, these are realistic Nova 30s. Very dirty, but they look like they're all intact. I mean, it's getting a little bit brittle right here. But yeah, these are pretty neat. Here's just another example of all of the tools I've been getting. It's a nice little sander. Jigsaw. Skilled jigsaw, good shape. So we got a circular saw in there, but what is this? Oh, we got a little quarter cable tool. A little chisel. I don't know what you call this tool exactly, but I mean, I know what to do with it. I just don't know what the official name is. Like right here. Sonic tool. Anyway, circular saw. This is an older one. We got a newer one over there that came out. And we had a nice big reciprocating saw, a quarter cable. No, I'm sorry, Milwaukee. Big reciprocating saw. Pop rivet tool, is it in it? Yeah, it is. It's so dirty you can barely see in there, but another rivet tool. I've already gotten a few of those. I mean, the tools are just tons and tons of them. In this box here, I was curious, socks and jocks. I'm assuming, is it going to be socks and jock straps? And then there's a sewing container in there. So, yeah, it looks like it is. There's a tie here. This is a pretty nice tie. But then, yeah, we got socks and jocks, just like it says, I guess. Well, we got a Salvation Army sock. Huh. I'm trying to find the container that has the thread and stuff in it. If it's even in here. Maybe it's not. It said that there was a container of thread, but it is not in there. It's like I've been saying, some of this stuff is right on and some of it's not accurate at all. All right, this is kind of an odd box. Canadian Club. We got Captain Morgan spiced rum. Pretty much empty. And okay, we got some Welch's grape jelly, and then underneath that just a couple bags. That's what was in this container. So all right, first we found the Honeymooners autograph picture earlier today, and I just found a Walter Payton autograph picture here. There's a picture of the '85 Bears. And then here's a whole bunch of, we got all kinds of baseball cards going here. He was a huge Frank Thomas fan. These are all Frank Thomas. Tons of Frank Thomas. Couple Hank Aaron cards. This is actually a 1975 one. This one's like a reproduction right here. But I'm probably going to keep at least that one there. And all kinds of star cards. I mean, you just kind of go through and he's got them organized by name, like Tony Gwynn. You got Tony Gwynn there. Then we go up here to Roger Ramirez. That's pretty cool there. Is this a reprint? I'll have to look at that and see. I don't know if that's a reprint or not. Mark McGuire, Willie Mays. These are like reproductions here, but they're still pretty cool on these cards right here. All kinds of. Then Nolan Ryan, he's got a ton, because everything from here back, these are all Nolan Ryan. He's got probably some pretty nice ones here, a little bit older ones. Like that card right there is from 1984. These are all Nolan Ryan. It's Nolan Ryan with the Angels. That's from 1975. So a few good ones. I don't know if there's anything crazy good. There's a few Jordan cards, but not the Jordan rookie. The Jordan rookie's worth several $1,000s. I was hoping maybe, with it being him being a Chicago fan and having these cards, maybe just maybe find that, but no. But still, lots of cool stuff. More White Sox stuff. Here's the opening day Comiskey Park 1991 ticket stub. So fun unit if you're into collectibles and tools for sure. We've been getting a lot of the baseball cards and stuff out here on the tables for the auction. Still some to go, but kind of give you a quick rundown, and then I'm going to look at those posters real quick. But tons of Nolan Ryan. I got a lot of big Nolan Ryan card lots. Beckett's. There's a set of Fleer. I know obviously you've probably seen some of this as we were going through it, but I'm just kind of giving a quick little tour. There's a Dream Team, the 92 USA basketball team card set there. That's kind of cool. More Nolan Ryan. These big boxes, lots of commons, but there are stars mixed in. I mean, we're gonna let them all roll in the auction. We got basketball, Beckett's. This is all White Sox kind of memorabilia. Then we got the Walter Payton autograph, Walter Payton card, Walter Payton Wheaties box. We got some Bulls stuff. We got some Michael Jordan stuff. More Nolan Ryan. Found this Walter Payton print here, framed. This is just a big lot of, these are all star cards, all one big lot. But let's move on over here. This is one of the better cards we found, was this 1968 Roger Maris card. So we do have that. And all right, let's look at these posters. See what we got. Looks like we're gonna have some 90s stuff. Probably, I mean, I guess mainly Bulls or Michael Jordan stuff is what it kind of sounded like. Or Bears. We get the Bears. The Bears are back. Osco Drug. Look at the Kodak ad down there in the corner. I don't know who is number 35 for the Bears. Looks like a running back. Not sure. Let's see what else we got. Got some old rubber bands on there that are kind of brittle. Oh. We've got the Michael Jordan 1993 NBA World Champion poster here. Of course, it's got various Michael Jordan teams. Bulls 93 World Champions, okay. Mike Singletary. So that was a Chicago Bears coach. Oh, no, this is when he played. Didn't he end up, maybe I'm wrong, maybe he didn't. Maybe he wasn't a coach. I'm thinking of Mike Ditka. But this is kind of that same poster as the other one. The Bears are back with the old drugstore little ad down there. Walter Payton. So it looks like it's going to be mostly Bears and Bulls related. Oh, this one's neat right here. It's got all these stats and everything from all these games. This is very neat right here. Oh, there's another poster that was wrapped up in there. But really cool on the Walter Payton poster here. This is Dan Hampton. I think this is another one of those same, yep, Bears are back posters there. Bulls three-peat. Bears Super Bowl. I wonder. Oh, this is probably an old one. Let's see. Unless it. I mean, they could have just bought it later on, but. Oh no, this is cool. This is definitely an old poster. Look at that. Bears, Patriots. They destroyed the Patriots 46-10 in that Super Bowl. The Patriots looked at the old retro style uniforms on, which at the time wasn't retro style. That was the uniform. Bears back in Blue Brothers. It's like a Blues Brothers type deal. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a cool one there. I like how they kind of rub dirt all over their pants here, or something that looked like dirt, smeared something on there to make them kind of looks like something black, like shoe polish maybe. Bulls three-peat. There you go. The Bulls three-peat, several different players, got the trophies on there. Wrigley Field, first night game. Oh look. So August 8th, 1988. That's a pretty cool picture right there. Look at all the cars. There's a McDonald's. Pretty neat. Bears back with a vengeance. Here's, all right, some they got capes on. They did some interesting photo ops back then with the Bears. Let's see. I think these last two are it. So there's the Jordan. Look, the Jordan hang time, I was kind of excited about it, but it's a tiny one. And then we got a Bears locker room. But this should be the famous. Oh no, this is gonna be. It's gonna be like a panoramic one, long picture. I think. Nope, I'm wrong. This is. Oh, this is not the one I was thinking of. But that's still. That's kind of neat though. 1990. Got a calendar attached. I thought it was gonna be the actual photo of him jumping from the free throw line. We'll look at this one last one. Bears locker room. It's another one of these little promo pictures they got hanging out in the locker room, and look, they all got the black junk smeared on their pants and stuff. You can just tell it's not real dirt. He's got it on his arms, his shirt, everything, socks, shoes. So that's it for them. So pretty much Bears, Bulls, and then a Wrigley Field one. Alright, I'm getting close to being done with this unit. Kind of got a little bit of a mess here, but I got to finish this thing off. Just going through this little box here, had some knives in it. Got a couple nice knives. Look at this right here. It's a Craftsman knife. And then this one right here is actually a case knife. It's got a little bit of paint right there, but it's a case. And then other than that, just random little tools and stuff that were in here. Tip cleaners, little plugs and stuff like that. So, all right, over here is some of the tools that we put out in auction that came out of that unit. Kind of give you a quick rundown. Got the crowbar here, but this Milwaukee saw, a wedge, clamps, Porter cable, Makita, all kinds of tools, hand tools, drill bits, Craftsman, more clamps, drill bits. This has saws in it, wrenches. These couple cool little milk crates were in there. I don't know if I showed those or not, but all this stuff over here, vintage radio, more of course Chicago stuff, paint brushes, fishing stuff, vintage Chicago Bulls stuff, machete, so Chicago Blackhawk stuff, so all the goodies over here, and then whatever else I'm still finding. There's still a lot more tools back there, and then of course all of sports cards and memorabilia here. So shaping up to be a really good unit. We are pretty much finishing up sorting through that unit. A lot of the stuff's in the auction, which doesn't end until tomorrow, so we haven't sold a lot of that stuff yet, but we're pretty much done going through it. I'll show you the last couple of things. I don't remember if I showed any of this or not. Here's a couple of the pictures that were in there. He's got a Cal Ripken framed poster there. This is just a bulletin board. Genuine draft light. Little beer sign, and then a nice Chicago panoramic. Since he's from, well, I don't know if he's, I'm assuming he's from Chicago. He at least likes Chicago, most likely from there. This was pretty nice too. This cooler, Labatt, however you say it, brewing company. It's a little, looks like a wooden crate, but it's actually a cooler. So pretty neat. This is all extension cords from out of there. So these are always good. Put these in the auction, they sell. Put them out in the store, they sell. And really the only other thing back here, if I don't fall over here, this old Kmart creeper. Clothes. I think I showed most of the clothes. I don't know if I showed every piece, but yeah, ended up being some vintage stuff. Here's another vintage bear shirt. But walk out here and we will look at the last, kind of do one last little look over some of the stuff we put out. Obviously all of this, the baseball cards and the Beckett's and Bull stuff and all that, everything in this whole section came out of there. And then when we come over here, all these tools, nice little hatchet there. All these tools here, the fish. Don't know if I showed the fish or not. Smallmouth bass. It's got all this info about caught in 1991, Cedar Lake, Ontario, Canada. All this stuff, all that hardware there. And then if you look over there, those tools. And then let's walk over this way. Yeah, everything back here, all these shelves, everything that you're seeing is all stuff out of there. And even heading into this direction, most of this stuff. And then we start getting into some of that other unit that we picked up the same day. But lots and lots of goodies. Let's go over here. And then a couple more things, more tools. There's always just little stuff laying here, laying there. More tools, stuff like this, DVDs, vintage luggage, and over here I think I showed all the knives and everything. So I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm sure there's always some stuff that I miss showing on most of these units because there's just so much stuff, but that's kind of the deal there. We'll see what all this goes for, but I think it's going to turn out pretty good for the price that we paid. This one and the other one we got, the $70 one. I think both of those are going to turn out pretty good. Lots of goodies in them, and so that's it for that. I'm about to go out to the container. I got a whole nother unit I'm about to start on sorting through, unboxing. It's going to be a good one too, but this one was a good one. This one was a fun one. Pretty easy to load, not a lot of trash, not a lot of big stuff that we had to move around, heavy stuff. It was nice and easy, fun to go through, pretty organized, actually very organized. Like a box would say, Toolbox said clamps, and it's all clamps in the whole box. So, and then sometimes they weren't all the way right. They would say one thing like summer thongs. There was no summer thongs anywhere in sight. Oh, I'm about to trip here. No summer thongs anywhere in the unit. A little bit disappointing that. I was looking forward to the summer thongs, but there's always the next unit to find the summer thongs, or it might be later on when we get to wintertime that I'll find the summer thongs. If you like this video, give us that thumbs up if you want to keep watching and see if I ever do find them summer thongs. Hit that subscribe button. You'll have a good one.